So, welcome back to Bapto Amateur Tournament 2019. That was Dudley from the top table. Just saying a few words about Don Mills, who sadly passed away a couple of days ago. Don was one of the committee here at Bapto, and also, as Dudley said, he started off the mixed. He started off the mixed doubles competition, sorry about that. So, yeah, we're just waiting for the teams now to get the score sheets ready, and we'll be underway very, very shortly with a railway in it from, I think, from Bristol, and then the other team is the 8 Trolls, and they're from France.
Right, table 3, nobody's playing on it. Can we get the game started? Or if your team's not there, come and let us know, please. Right, table 18, the Jolly Rogers have just been told not at the table. We will be conducting the frame every 3 minutes after 10 to 9. So you know what time you're playing, so that's true. Right, there is one spare table in each arena, and if games do go slow, the referees will be on the spot through the day, moving you on to 2 tables. And as you know, you need to go slower than that. The program tells you that it will go into 9-4. So keep the games moving so that we can end up close to time.
So if you just bear with me for a couple of minutes, I'm just waiting for the team captain from the French team to send me over his list of players' names. This is the French player playing now. I do believe 1 or 2 of them will be tuning in from France this morning. It's been shared all over the place. They knew a couple of days ago that they'd be on stream. So and I should have Reggie Gill coming to join me any minute now. So, for Railway in it's Lee Kerslake at the table at the moment for 8 Trolls, the French team. We've got Rue Sebastien. Looked like Rue was going to take out a really nice finish, just seemed to rush his penultimate red, and ends up sneaking himself. So he's up against it now. Just didn't miss the jaw of the pocket. So big chance now for Lee, for Team Railway in it. Coming up next we've got Brad Kemp for Team Railway, and forgive me for not pronouncing these names correctly, but it's Boilo Mathieu, I think. So nice finish in the end there from Lee Kerslake to take a 1-frame lead. The scores are being updated by the teams, so they may well just be slightly behind. I will go and remind them again in a minute. He's coming over to sort it out.
Dear, oh dear.
Morning, Reggie.
Morning, everybody. Signing in Reggie Gill Factor, reaching Norbrecht Castle after some time, 15, 16, 17 months, whatever it may be. It's an honour to be here with... It's an honour to be here working with Wayne Pinder Tsunami Streaming this morning. And I'll be with you for the rest of the weekend through to the conclusion of this event to see who it is this year gets to lift the coveted trophy, the winner's first prize of, I think, maybe 1,500, maybe £2,000, and of course, more importantly, the title of 2019 Bapto Team Champions. Just give me a second here, I need to get my phone onto so I can read the comments in case any of you want to ask maybe a question or two.
Just to remind everyone, I'm sorting the scoreboard out for the Stream Arena. Please be respectful on the chat. There will be no questions asked. You will be stopped from commenting. So I won't keep banging on about it. Just reminding you this morning. So like I said, be respectful to the players and to everybody else on the chat as well. Be much appreciated. Thank you.
Absolutely, well said, Wayne. Let me just reiterate, on this stream, we will not tolerate any insubordination or stupid comments or people who are looking for bites and reactions, that type of thing. We're all adults here, we all love the game, good or bad players, brilliant players, whatever it may be. Be respectful, like Wayne says, and hopefully we'll have a great tournament. You guys listening will bring you the commentary, and the guys out there will bring you the action. So let's keep it clean, and let's hope for a fantastic tournament, which I'm sure it will be. And let's see, like as I've already said, who gets to lift the trophy on. Oh, I need to turn the volume down on my phone. That's what it is. Got it right. My apologies. Thank you, Wayne. But yeah, let's see what happens. And over the course of the next 2.5 days, somebody will walk away with the first prize and the trophy, like I said. And let's enjoy the tournament, and we'll bring you the best pictures and the commentary to help enhance that 2.5 day period whenever you can tune in, or if you're tuning in for the whole event. Morning, Jonathan Forrestal, thanks very much. John, behave yourself. It's too early in the morning for comments like that.
Second frame.
Yeah, I'm doing it now.
So we have on stream table this morning Railway in it against the 8 Trolls. Just looking across to my left, don't see any familiar faces. Must be, well, 2 teams or players I don't personally know, but be interesting to see how this one unfolds. Early doors, Friday morning, a lot of people last night on the Thursday. It tends to be kind of a late night for a lot of people, the first night here, so some people Friday morning don't always produce the best pool that they can, but at the same time you play your way into an event, as a lot of people will tell you, I'm sure. (1 a.m) No, I'm not Wayne Littlewood, thank you. I've not got and Jonathan Forrestal, I've got a team of myself this year. I'm working on commentary for Tsunami Streaming for my good friend Mr. Wayne Pinder, and I'm going to thoroughly enjoy that because I've worked with Wayne before, or should I say I've been asked by Wayne to join him in the commentary box in previous years here and there to do money matches here or at an event, other events, if I've been there, and Wayne's been providing the pictures. So my first time to do a whole weekend in the box and commentate on the action match by match. At the moment here, this game is a little bit bogged down, a bit of argy-bargy, a bit of nip and tuck here. Going to go on for a few shots until somebody decides that they want to pull the trigger or maybe have a go at making the finish. Brett Evans, cheers.
It is currently 1-0 to Railway in it. I'm just sorting the scoreboard out on the laptop in the stream arena, so just bear with us a couple of minutes.
Yeah, I didn't mention that because I can see Wayne working tirelessly behind the scenes to my right, sorting that out. That it is 1-0 to Railway, and its scoreboard needs updating. Frame 2, and I'm gonna the Railway at the table now, leading 1-0. Yeah, it's a good pot. Still not. To be honest, it's not a straightforward take out here. I think it needs to pot the yellow into the bottom left on your screens here, and maybe because I don't believe the yellow goes past the red to the bottom right. Looking at it, the monitor from our commentary position, so I think it needs to maybe disturb the yellow and hope it can develop it, maybe push it up towards the right centre, because he would still have a shot at the yellow just to the right of the blue spot. Oh, he's decided he's going to try and take control of the pocket. And he has done and squeezed it in, but at the same time, he's lost the white slightly. And after that shot, if you look at the table, he's pretty much give reds drop-ins should this yellow, or should he not pot a yellow from here, which is going to be tough. It's pretty much just drop-ins for the reds because he's moving the yellow away from the red, which means there's going to be no degree of difficulty. There you go. And he's even put him on the red at the top end of the table. So just drop-ins here for the Railway. Probably can't believe he's looking at the table. You can't see his face, but I can. And he's looking at that, and he's even at night. How you doing?
Good, mate, how are you?
Not too bad, not too bad.
That one's mine, that one. All right.
One of the Railway team just to my left there. But yeah, just pretty much straightforward stuff here. Nothing really to say apart from just drop them in, and should he not lose his white, there shouldn't be an issue of clearing the table here to get them to move 2-0 ahead. But wow, that's unbelievable.
Just going to take that off that TV minute, so just watch the
Yeah, yeah.
You can't watch it list behind. Just watch the table. It's only 2 minutes, aren't you?
Yeah, no, it's just doing some technical work here. Wayne just moving the pictures to my monitor, which is even better for me, so thank you, Wayne. Very surprising miss there on the red, but at these early stages on the stream, you know, with various teams here who we don't know, or not so much the bigger names in the ones that people know, or teams that people realise that that's a strong team. We're going to get to see new teams on the stream, and perhaps not with the greatest of respect, the best standard at times. But at the end of the day, it's part and parcel of a tournament. You get great teams, you get teams that have been here as novices for the first time. So at the end of the day, you grin and bear it, and respect to, you know, the players that have actually made the journey and decided they want to get involved in pool from the local establishments, pubs, clubs, working men's clubs, that type of thing, and give it a crack. And so at the same time, please try and be respectful, even if you see shots that you don't expect to be missed and you think, wow. But at the end of the day, sometimes you have to remember there's teams here, these teams who've never played on a stream in their lives, or not so much the bigger names have come from their own area, decided teams that people realise join in, that's you know, the atmosphere. We're going to get to see like this, a massive tournament like this, not brings And of course, they're going to have nerves, they're going to make best mistakes, and perhaps at the end of the day, you know, it's part and parcel of the tournament. You get great teams, if you like, extreme shy teams that have been here as novices. So please, again, be respectful with the comments. At the end of the day, it does grin and bear it, and respect. It's never easy at the best of times to see good players on the streams, money matches made mistakes and decided they want to get involved in pools. So to take that into context and think, well, pubs, clubs, working men, some of these guys are not, you know, elite players, just normal guys. So at the same time, please try and be respectful, even if you see shots at Bapto and you don't expect to be missed anything. Wow, but at the end of the day, sometimes you have to remember there's teams here. These teams never played on the stream.
Good morning or good evening to Edward Hoffman, tuning in all the way from across the pond in the United States. Good morning, buddy.
I like that one, across the pond. Brings. And of course, they're going to have nerves, they're going to make best mistakes, and perhaps previous teams here. Yeah, I've heard previous teams here who don't know, or not so much the bigger names in, the ones that people know, or teams that people realise that that's a strong team. We're going to get to see new teams on the stream, and perhaps not with the greatest,
right? Okay, yeah.
The best standard of time. We just, as I say, we just got started. It's part and parcel of a tournament. You get great teams, you get teams that have been here as novices for the first time. So at the end of the day, you grin and bear it and respect. So 2-0 to Real, you know, the players that have actually made the journey and decided they want to get involved in pool from the local establishments, pubs, clubs, working men's clubs, that type of thing, and give it a crack. And so at the same time, please try and be respectful, even if you see shots that you don't expect to be missed anything. Wow. But at the end of the day, sometimes you have to remember the teams here. These teams never played on the stream, don't know, not so much bigger names here, from their own area, decided to join in, you know, the atmosphere. We're going to get to see new teams on the stream, and perhaps not bring.
Cut that short just for now because I did start it a little bit late. Players already left it going actually.
It's part and parcel.
But I'll just put the players' names in while we're waiting for them to write the polls up. Try and get sorted before they start.
It's never easy at the best times to see good players sort of referring to the comments. Steve Redmond, absolutely. It is a big step up for those guys to take that into context. And as I say, you know, we have to respect all players, whether they're coming from local league standards, maybe not even Premier League in the local leagues. You don't expect to see the posts and think, do you know what, we fancy a bit of that, a Bapto weekend here. Put a team never played.
Good morning or good evening to Edward Hoffman, tuning in all the way from across the pond in the United States. Good morning, buddy.
I like that one, across the pond. And when you see games on the stream, of course, the stream tables aren't always going to be the ones that you know people want to see and hear that somebody's playing, somebody wisely on stream. Don't know, we can't give favourites to any one team. The ones that people know, or team favourites, or top 2 or 3. That's a strong team. Likewise myself, in times gone by with Desi Daredevil stream, and you know, we didn't always get to be on the street right at that stage. We'd just be going, working away through the group stage. It's part and parcel of over. You get great teams, or anybody else for that matter. Teams that have been here, it is what it is. So at the end of the day, you try and bear it and respect. So 2-0 to Real Stream as and when players that have actually made the journey and decided they want to get involved in pool from the local establishments, pubs, clubs, working men's clubs, that type of thing, and give it a crack. And so at the same time, please try and be respectful, even if you see shots that you don't expect to be missed anything. Wow. But at the end of the day, sometimes you have to remember
we've got Chris Hewitt for the Real
never played on the stream, don't know. Bigger names here.
Charlie Alexandra. The husband's tuning in all the way from France. Cut that short just for now because I did see that a little bit late. Charlie, yeah, we left it going actually.
It's part of it. We won't say Charlie.
Is that what I said? Did I say Charlie? Charlie. Sorted before the start. I don't have a posh voice that way. I'm common now.
It's absolutely lovely. It's Friday morning before the games have started.
Yeah, alright. Yeah, so Charlier, Alexandra, is that better than it?
Yeah, Charlier would be the one because you don't read it as it's Charlie but you know what, think about, you would say somebody's name like that. Charlie, you say Charlie.
Good morning or good evening to Edward Hoffman, some player all the way from across the pond in the United States. Good morning, buddy.
I like that one, across the pond. And of course, we passed extreme tables aren't always going to be all French,
Yeah, this is one of them.
Fair play I think first time I played Bapto or 1996 at Towel Ballroom, obviously the Affibas team drew them by Destiny Daredevils 32-16, I think it was. We didn't always get to be on the street right at the friends been going working away rules. They all said it's fine if they're coming over 10% or anybody else a decent size, and maybe even just normal size. So at the end of the day, it's really great to see the main side what they've said as in terms of quality and class of player, that type of thing. Get involved in. I'm sure we'll get to see them this weekend. Should they be in the latter stages? Give it a crack and so at the same time, please try and be respectful. You don't expect to be making anything away, so I'm sure we'll get to say it.
So, we've come to soon register it for the Rapid White Wallets will come soon at the moment. Charlie Alexander, the husband's tuning in all the way from France. Put that shirt up just now because they're tuning in like Charlie, they'll have to go in actually. Is that what I just put? Did I say Charlie? Charlie, saucy before the start. I don't have a posh voice that way. Common voice. Yeah, alright. That's how I play now, Reggie, from memory. So, I forgot most of it though.
Charlie, you forgot more than most. No, it's Charlie.
Good evening to Edward Hoffman, some player all the way from across the pond in the United States. Good morning, buddy.
I like that one, across the pond.
Yeah, this is one of them.
Like myself, many years ago, I've been there to Bapto or where, sometimes perhaps Towel Ballroom, the after people through them and then Destiny Daredevils, we do get it, we respect this type of thing, right, just remembering working away as a main game, it's fine if they're coming over 10% or anybody else, been there sometimes, and maybe even just so at the end of the day, it's very great to see the main side what they've shown as in terms of quality and class of players, it gets played, sure we'll get to see them. Sometimes a player will change shot or play a shot in a different way to what you would, and sometimes the shot can be played. You don't expect to be making
I've got the wrong name. From the team register it for the Rapid White Wallets will come soon. I'll just update that one. It is Prosciutto for Alexander. The husband's tuning in all the way from France. Put that shirt up just now because they're tuning in like Charlie, they'll have to go in actually. Is that what I just put? Did I say Charlie? Charlie, saucy before the start. I don't have a posh voice that way. Common voice. Yeah, alright. That's how I play now, Reggie, from memory. So, I forgot most of it though.
Charlie, you forgot more than most. No, it's Charlie.
Good evening to Edward Hoffman, some player all the way from across the pond in the United States.
Trace hard on
morning, buddy.
I like that one, across the pond.
We all. Yeah, this is one of them. We all asking if it's Sean Dyche commentating. To give my team manager a right good review after last weekend's demolition of Burnley. So fair play to
Just
him.
remembering I was working away in the game, it's quite no, shoestring couldn't handle it. Great to get to the main side. Every shot £1 million started to the way.
No,
Fair play to
who's
him.
that? Who's that? Chris Wilder or Sean Dyche?
Sometimes a player will change shot or
Sean Dyche.
play a
No,
shot.
is it? Yeah, there's another one. The same as my team.
And sometimes a shot can be you don't expect to play.
The wrong name. From the two Edward. That's what we need. Nice. I'll just update that one time. I don't want to be there for really. Is that money? Do you ready?
Somebody's just commented at ST saying you two in the demand.
Alright, cheers Stephen, I'll have a quick look. Sorted before the start. I don't have a posh voice that yeah, alright. So I play now, Reggie. I forgot most of it though.
Sorry about that.
No, it sounds alright on my phone, so I don't bear with it. We try not to have to do Edward Hoffman, you were like across the pond, United States, it's hard on one with it. Yeah, this is one. We are asking if it's Sean Dyche commentating. To give my team manager a right good review after last week's demolition of Burnley.
Shoestring couldn't handle it. Great to get to the main side. Every shot £1 million.
I just realised what it was, Reggie. I've got. We will have action replays this weekend, hopefully. Well, we will. And I got the video, the time-lapse video playing on that, and there was sound on it. So you guys should now just let us know on the chat if you would. Just have one commentary audio and not two. So, breaking off for the railway is John Casel. And just bear with us while I just edit Ponsart's name. Didn't leave a space in there, so for the French team it's Ponsart Nicholas.
There you go, Stephen. Wayne's managed to work his magic on the keyboard. Unlike me, I'm a little bit of a simpleton when it comes to keyboards and computers and all the rest. But Wayne's had plenty of practice, and so we fixed the problem on YouTube. There's no issues with voices overlapping, etc., etc. So that's good. Early doors.
Happy days.
Absolutely. Do you know, when you say names in French, Kate, and they're spelt in English, Wayne, it's a bit like the days when we did Bapto, or we did when it used to be the Bapto World Championships and stuff, and the French teams would have players over, and you'd say, you know, Christophe Lambert.
Yeah.
You know, if you looked at it spelt on screen and you didn't know him, you'd say Christopher Lambert.
Yeah.
But of course, as we're all aware, it's not Christopher Lambert, it's Christophe Lambert. They don't say Lambert, they say Lambert. So, of course, we try our best to get the pronunciations right where the foreign teams from other countries are involved. So please bear with us.
It's never easy. Never easy.
No, absolutely.
And,
never easy.
So, I do know this team. I don't know all of them. I do know one of the players. One of them is Clive Bentley, who does Clive Stream. He ran the Southern Tour for me last year. Clive did a great job, and I can't remember his name. The big guy next to Clive. I don't know if you know him, Reggie. The one in the middle of the three over there. I'll tell you what, he's got some voice on him. He does a bit of commentary on Clive Stream.
Which one? Which one's Clive Stream? The guy on the left?
The one on the right with the goatee beard.
That's Clive Stream.
Of the three.
So he's the guy that provides us bits of Manjinger against Adam Penwell.
Yeah, that's Clive. The one that's just coming back to us now. He's looking with the dodgy haircut, chewing gum. That's Clive.
He actually looks like a lad I know from Derby End that plays at the Corn Exchange. What's his name? Scott West, but only tall. He looks a bit like Scoot, to be fair. But back to the action. But to be honest, I've never met the guy, and so there you go.
He's very knowledgeable when it comes to Excel and PowerPoint. He's very knowledgeable.
Chewy, Gary Seeley. John Bevan haven't have a team in this one. Gerald, Nicola, right, okay. Yeah, okay, Gerald, I hear you on that one. John Bevan, I don't have a team in this. I'm working on comms with Wayne this weekend. At some point, I'm sure you will see the next tournament, Desi Daredevils will feature at St Helens Open in January 24th in the northwest.
I'll be there for that one, Reggie.
Wayne will be on hand again. Sadly, I won't be able to do well. Actually, I probably could do a bit of commentary when I'm there. Should it be a case if I've got an hour or two?
I'm sure you'll be getting bored at some stage. To be a bit of waiting around.
Yeah, when there's a bit of waiting around, I'm sure I'll put the headphones on at one point and say, right, well, I've got a couple of hours after group stages, that type of thing. So I'm sure I'll do a bit as I normally do when I get a chance. Clive Bentley is what he. Early doors in this frame, and again the ball's pretty bunched. Not really a lot to say apart from the player. Obviously, whichever one player at some point will either try and extract 2 visits or look for a mistake to open the game up and maybe have a go at taking the game out. Again, a conservative shot there, just doubling the ball back and not taking any unnecessary risks. But as I say, the ball's pretty bunched, so there's a long way to go in this frame. it doesn't come as a surprise, to be fair, with the sort of score being 3-0 to the Railway. It doesn't surprise me that the 8 Trolls here, the French side, are perhaps happy to sit and wait and try and contain the game and maybe pinch a leg to get on the board. You never feel like you're in a match properly until you get one on the board, I would say, Wayne.
No, that's correct. I was told before the match started actually that the 8 Trolls, the French team, are how can you put it? Pretty methodical. They do take their time, and they came out pretty much all guns blazing. Really, they obviously just not had the running, but it certainly didn't show like there was slow players in any way, shape or form. But yeah, they are playing a tight game now, which is to be expected. At the end of the day, it's all about finishing as high as you can in the group to progress into the next competition, which starts tomorrow morning. The top 2 in each group will go through to the main event, and the bottom 2 will be in the play. And everybody wants to be in the main event. I don't think there's that many teams that come just to try and win the play.
I'm just going to ask Wayne to just send a bit of info to somebody that wants to tune in on Facebook. What does he have to do? Just type in there. Obviously, it's a message to him because he wants to get on board Tsunami Streaming so he can watch the action over the weekend. What does he need to do when he gets home? Because I've said to him, obviously I'm on comms, but if you want to tune in and maybe I'll give you a shout out. It's a good friend of mine. Here we go. Thanks to Wayne for this. It'll be a lot easier.
And those of you that are tuned in watching, if you don't mind, especially on Facebook, just press that little share button bottom left hand side. It'd be much appreciated.
Absolutely. As many as you can, get it shared, get it out there. This is what players aspire to do, it doesn't matter whether you're starting at the bottom and, you know, at some point trying to better yourself year by year, coming to these comps to gain the experience and to savour these moments, even if you only came here once or twice and never returned due to circumstances, which sometimes happens. But to have had a moment...
It's an experience, isn't it?
It is, absolutely. Like I said, 23 years ago, my first time away in Blackpool, that was at the Tower Ballroom, Wayne.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget it. I mean, I'm talking about it now, 23 years later, for crying out loud.
Well, I've got a video on the Bapto Facebook page I put on a couple of years ago. I put it on 3 years ago when it was the 40th anniversary. I was filming Peel then, Reggie. I'd got a video from In the Gods filming my team.
That was here, we won it, Desi
1991, I think it was.
Wow.
So Desi Daredevils were still in nappies then, I think, Reggie.
Well, they weren't even in nappies. It didn't exist. 1990, I think.
1991.
1991, I didn't even play pool at that point.
I've still got the dicky bow. Back in the day, when you got to the tower, I don't know if you remember. I mean, some gave shirts out, but the table operator that I had a team in with, they gave out shirts and dicky bows, and I've still got my dicky bow.
Wow!
So we all had to turn. Everybody had to wear a dicky bow.
Nostalgia's a great thing, isn't it?
Brilliant days.
Look, I'll be honest. 1990, I used to play on 12x6. Could barely play because I never had much money. And in them days, you know, this free table malarkey that we see the youngsters have now in clubs.
Yeah.
That was something like. The owner would have laughed at you and said, "Free table? Who are you having? There's the door. Use it." So,
but get your money out.
Yeah, get your money out. So it was very tough times back then. You could only play out and when you had the money to actually go and play or give yourself that bit of time. But getting into pool was sort of late '92, and my first weekend away, as I said, was '96, and the rest is history. Wayne's done it obviously a fair bit before me, so many years before that.
92, I'd won a couple of comps by then. Illuminations Classic 1988.
Well,
that was a Carla Grand, not too far away from where we are now.
I was only 20 at that point.
Was you?
Yeah, I was only 20.
I think I'm not too sure, but if you remember right, it's a long time ago, Reggie. But it's this time of year. It was just after Bapto, but I think we beat Kev Barton's team along the way as well. Kev had a decent side, and it was good days.
Happy days, definitely. You know, it's like I say.
That's where I first met Andy Crowsdale. The Illumination 1988 at the Carla Grand. He was 11 years old. His Q was about 3 sizes, about 3 times taller than what he was.
Yeah, Mick Crowsdale's lad.
Yeah. Well, I ended up having him playing for me in the Blackpool League. I used to go to Preston every week and pick him up.
Andy, what a lad, Andy Crowsdale, what a player as well. He's turned out to be.
Saw him about 4 or 5 weeks ago up at Carlisle. He popped into Carlisle on his way to Scotland. He's Jason Shaw's brother-in-law, isn't he?
Yeah, he's
married to
Jason's sister, is he?
Sister, yeah.
Yeah, I remember playing with Andy in 97, 98 in the England set-up Bapto. It was Bapto as it was known then.
Yeah.
It's when I'd come across Andy in a money match against Steve, the Bat Simpson from Derby, where they played Jersey rules at Derby, and the Cock and Bull pub that doesn't exist anymore.
Right.
I think Steve won 11-9 and Andy won the rematch at Preston.
Very good player.
15-9, I think Andy won that, so one apiece, but what a player.
It's a nice
Andy
split.
is.
Yeah, very good player over the years, and he's still performing well at these days. He doesn't play as much now.
No, he doesn't.
He's not on social media, but yeah, lovely lad.
Well, that's probably not a bad
His
thing.
dad was a bit of a character though, without a doubt.
I met Mick obviously when Andy was young lad, and Mick
Yeah.
was probably 50 odd then, I think,
Yeah.
or late 40s,
Knocking
early
on a
50s.
bit now.
Has he still got the pub to detail?
No, he's not. He's long gone. That he's too old. I don't know how old he is now, but he's.
He must be 80 odd now, Mick.
Something like that. Yeah, something like that.
I'd say he's late 70s, probably 80.
Had a good team down there at the Deepdale.
The Deepdale pub, eh? Memories.
I will change that overhead to a different feed a bit later on after this match, so that every time I put it on, we won't get the scoreboard.
Gerald's on it here from France. Fair play, Gerald. Hopefully the team can get back into it, but at the moment they're struggling. And just these two yellows here, simplest of tap-ins, and the black obviously into the right centre. So barring really a careless mistake, this should be 4-0 to the Railway in it. Well, we'll be doing adverts, as Wayne just saying to me there. I don't know if you can hear that, but in between frames, we're putting the adverts on, etc., etc. So
don't go too far away.
So don't disappear. It's just a 20-second, 30-second advert until the frame is racked and ready to go. Next up, I'm just looking, obviously it's not at the table right now. Oh, sorry. This is
Reggie forgets sometimes that.
I do, yeah. I'm just talking when the advert's on there, but so we don't have any sound when adverts come on. So my apologies, but
I think it was actually enabled, but I'll disable it.
This is the guy then, Clive Stream, isn't it?
This is Clive Bentley, yeah. There's
Clive
Clive Stream.
Right.
For those of you that don't know, the Yeti.
The Yeti.
I think they've all got names. I don't know why they call him the Yeti. Well, he's a big lad.
I can't Wayne throwing these daytimes, you know. Look, you sound look old enough. Steve, trust me, thanks very much. That's very nice, very, very nice, and I accept that in the manner that it's spoken. I've been around a long time myself. You know, it is as I say, sometimes I'm very grateful that maybe I don't look old enough, so that's got to be a good thing, Wayne, surely.
I didn't quite hear that. I've just been told that they are going to put the match on two tables now. They're going to put it on the second table. I don't know if he's expecting me to go and sort it out, but I'm streaming. That's for them to sort out. So they will be on two tables.
I'm just going to answer this question. John Bevan, my opinion on players that play fast, the phrase I like to use is it's what I call the adrenaline junkie type of player that plays with very with pace and sees the shots early, that type of thing. They're prone at times to miss the odd ball for that reason. That they play at a pace, and every now and again, as brilliant as it can be, they perhaps go away or maybe choose a shot that they didn't have to, but they feel that in the moment they can almost pot anything or do anything, that type of thing. So it does happen, but it comes with the territory. It's a phrase what they call like flawed genius, that they're able to play at a pace, see the shots very quickly, and okay, it looks like how did he miss that? But every now and again, it does happen. Hope that clears up your question. Not always. You don't need to unless it's you've left yourself a double or a back double or a full length double, that type of thing. Usually, if you're walking around the table and you've plotted your path, then that's it is one of those where you it's sort of as you feel. It's like an as you feel type of thing when you're playing. And like Clive here, he's going around the table looking. He's finished on the black, and thank you very much. What a player, good player. Looks a very, very smooth player out there. He's taken them very nicely, and probably the best frame we've seen thus far. I would say from both sides, the best performance from a player on both sides, which gives the Railway a 5-zip lead, 5-0 if you like. No problem, John. It's. I remember once hearing Gareth Potts in commentary at players going on about that type of thing with Lakin and stuff, and saying that, you get the feeling, does he play too fast, etc. But sometimes, you get the feeling that if he took more time, he probably couldn't pot a ball or maybe miss a lot more balls. Adrenaline junkie type players sort of have need that buzz to really start flying and make the game look ridiculously easy. Just comes with the territory of that type of player that plays on the adrenaline, etc., feels that buzz, and doesn't need to be methodical and calculating about everything he does. It just comes as a more natural sort of feeling out there of when they're going around the table, and almost feeling they're on the practice table when the adrenaline kicks in and just start potting balls for fun. That's how it sort of feels, being of that nature myself. Obviously don't play at that level as the top players, but the point behind being an adrenaline type player, it's the same whether you're the best player or just a good player or a novice. It's being an adrenaline junkie type of player. It's the same from the best down to the bottom. Thrive on that buzz of being able to get the adrenaline going and perform and start really feeling relaxed and cueing the ball well. Yeah, John, he's at the end of the day, it's what he does, it's what he brings to the table, Craig Lakin. It's, as I say, just the way he plays the game. Likewise, Jordan Shepherd, who's arguably at the moment the most dominant, obviously, player that we've seen playing at speed, having won the TAM shootout now, I think, 4 times, possibly 5, I think, I'm not sure. Could be 5, but... it is just the way they play, and of course that term shootout's custom made really for guys like Jordan and Craig, to be fair. So, not sure the chap's name, but 8 Trolls, a Frenchman, with ball in hand for the 8 Trolls. Just trying to update the scores here. How does Wayne normally do this? I'll wait for him to come back. The score is currently 5-0. I'm not going to mess about with the computer systems or trying to adjust the score. The score is 5-0. It's actually gone on now on theirs. It's still 4-0 on our monitor. Just haven't updated it for us for the big screen. I think at the moment that's what the lads are just pointing out to me, so it's 5-0. Steph Pontar, Ale, Seb's not here, unfortunately. He doesn't come to these events anymore. It's at Blackpool at the Norbreck Castle on the North Pier. Kevin Loyce, if that's the right way to say it. I'll give a shout out. Right. Well, what am I on about? I've just seen what you mean by Seb. Yeah, what the French player here has got Seb on his top. Just for 1 minute, I got a bit confused and thought somebody mentioning the most electrifying man in all of 8-ball pools, Seb Webb. No, it's the Frenchman here is obviously called Seb. Maybe his name is Sebastian as well. I don't know, but. Allez, as they say in France, to the French team, go, 5-0 down, 6 racks to go, got it all to do, but tall order, big ask from here now, being 5 down with 6 to play, probably, that's an understatement, probably a massive ask, should I say, so it's all about the railway at the moment, using all the pocket there, imparting that last ball. I do believe now that's 6-0, I think, to the railway. Just waiting for Wayne to come and update the scores. don't know where Wayne's disappeared to, but I'm not going to mess around with the equipment because it's to my right and I'm sort of trying to watch the monitor here and sort of concentrate on looking at comments. It is 6-0 to the Railway in it. I'm not sure if at this point whether they should still be playing all the frames or not. I think they may do. As of sometimes it can come down to leg count, but I'll find out shortly, just in case they're playing frames unnecessarily. It's just frame by frame here, and obviously at 6-0 it's a bit demoralising for the French side that obviously hasn't gone their way in this first match, but there's time obviously in the group stages to put that right. Seb's played a good shot there, he's got the white into an area, giving himself a choice of shots here. It's okay, I'm just having a moment there. I think it just got a couple of comments away from the stream era. Dear, oh dear. It's Kevin. It's a 5-man. I think it's a 5-man. It's a 5-man event. I'm not sure, to be honest, if last year's winners are actually here this year. Terry Hunt, Ryan Hopkinson, them guys, the Miners Arms or Working Men's Club or whatever it was, where they're from, Yorkshire way, having not played in it last year due to unforeseen circumstances, and again this year, but who knows, the inclusion, the re-inclusion of the Desi Daredevils at some point may happen next year, but I'm not going to hold my breath on that one. But having won it in 16 and 17, knowing what it's all about, to walk up those stairs to get that trophy on a Sunday afternoon, it's the most wonderful feeling. You may not get paid millions or even loads of money for it, but it doesn't matter. You come here for the title, the prestige, to get your hands on the silverware. That's what you play for. It's what you aspire to do when you first take up with these Q Sports, or in fact anything that's a great shot. Really is a great shot. He actually got more work on the white than he probably perhaps wanted to, and went closer to the in-off. Felt that, but nonetheless, still a great shot. He's on the black, and this is for a 7-0 lead. I say lead, they've already won the match. They're just playing out the legs from what I can gather, but I need to just look that up to make sure if that's what they're supposed to be doing, or should we be stopping the match at 6-0, races to 6. Morning, Tom Robinson. Hope you're well. Hope you're enjoying the action. Early doors on a Friday morning. Yeah, last night was different. Speed pool, etc., etc. It always brings about a bit of, something different to the forefront of pool, and whether you're watching the best at it, the best players play speed pool, or just people having a go, it's all good fun, to be fair. And for anybody else that's watching, a very good morning to you from me, Reggie Gill, the Gill Factor. Working for Tsunami Streaming this weekend in comms, in the commentary box with Wayne Pinder, the man behind the scenes that brings you all these great pictures and everything else wherever he goes. Very professional individual, very proud of what he does, and so he should be. He does a great job, and I'm truly honoured to be working alongside him all weekend and being given the microphone to talk about the games and talk about things as and when they unfold. When I fell asleep, Kevin, stop it. Yeah, this so I've just been notified, but fair play, James. Yeah, they do play all the frames out. Wayne's rejoins. I'm just saying.
I'm back, Reggie.
Yeah, they do replay. They do play all the frames
in the group stages. They do.
Count,
yeah, just to separate the teams after all the matches have been played. I've just been putting the world to rights on top table. That's all.
Yeah.
But only because I hate the two table setup, because well, for one, I can put a camera on it, but I didn't have a camera on it on the other table because I wasn't expecting to be on two tables this early in the competition, and two, it just, I don't know, it just takes a little bit away from the match when 95% of the other teams that's in the competition are all on one table. So it's a bit annoying to stick us on two tables. So I've gone and laid the law down. It won't be happening too many more times. It's not that the other team in this group have played 5 frames, so we're actually 2 frames in front, and they're on one table and we're on 2. So we're going to be finished well before the other one. So we've got to wait for them. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So it just doesn't make sense at all. So I've just left somebody. It was close. Unlucky Clive.
A foul there, and say this could be. It's a good chance for the French team to get one on the board, even though they've lost this first match. Every leg counts, or it could count come the third.
I think they've had a little bit of bad running in some of the frames. I've not seen all of them, obviously, because I've been away. But
this is obviously, like I say, a team that's come to participate in the event. Like I said
it's
earlier,
a weekend away.
A weekend away, and
you'd
showing the experience.
You'd come to Blackpool if you lived in France, surely.
Absolutely, I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, if I knew Lee Clough lived in Blackpool, I'd come. In fact, actually, it's the next question. Where are 1 mile radius?
Well, obviously he can't enter it anymore because he's on the Pro Tour. So that's Lee out. I think, I'm not too sure, but I think Lee Anderson is in another team.
So he is actually here.
Lee Anderson is here, but Lee can't play in it because he's professional now. So again.
And Dave Chalmers?
No, Dave earns more money driving his taxi around in circles in Blackpool than he will do if he won the event. He knows how to charge.
With the exclusion of Lee Clough, it probably takes a big chunk out of, if you like, their reason to want to participate.
If Lee was in the team, then Dave will take a bit of time off because they've got a good chance of being there at the final stage and earning a few quid. And that's what it's all about. Chalmers needs his baht for Thailand in January or December. He starts going early now. He goes for Christmas. I don't know why he goes for Christmas. He must get some sort of present when he gets over there. I don't know why, but we won't go into that, Reggie.
I love it, Wayne, honestly. Chalmers, he floats between the United Kingdom and Thailand quite frequently.
Oh, quite frequently.
In recent years.
It just goes for a long length. But I'll rephrase that. He goes for a long time, Reggie.
Yes, he has a lengthy. I think what Wayne meant. He likes to have lengthy holidays over in Thailand. So please don't read too much into that last comment.
Word, but we'll keep it clean anyway.
Absolutely. Dear, oh dear, Friday morning. It always brings about. It's only. I'm only messing at times, but to anybody that's tuning in who hasn't made any comments thus far, just having a bit of a laugh and a joke. But generally, we're going to see a lot of pool over the next 2 days, as you can imagine, and on top of that, we're going to see some of the teams feature who will probably start as top 4, top 5 favourites that you look at round the arena at the start of the weekend and think they're going to be there at the business end, they're going to be there, etc., etc. So we've just got to go and through the motions with whatever team come on the table and show them respect when they're on there.
There's a couple of teams I fancy. I don't know if you've seen any that you fancy yet, Reggie, but I think the team from Normans with Paul Tickle, Aaron Davis, Matt Brearley.
Are they playing under the Normans name?
I think so.
Right,
they usually do.
Not Savannah's. Yeah, that's Paul Tickle.
I don't know. It might be. I don't know. But there is a team from Savannah's and there is a team from Normans.
I would say no. I know exactly which team you're on about. On paper, before this ball was hit yesterday, when I heard what team it was, the team being Paul Tickle, Matt Brearley, Aaron Davis, Delboy Redmond and Cian Monaghan.
Some side that.
I'll tell you what, on paper, that side has to start as a top 4 favourite to win this event. If they're not in the last 8, I'll be very, very, very surprised.
And it was also nice to see Tommy Donlan in the singles last night. He's gone through. He's into the
disher.
The disher.
The disher. Tommy the disher.
We'll try and get him on tonight. I think I'll try and get him on first.
Listen, that guy you're on about, Tommy, he's been around. I mean, listen, I've been around some time in 8 ball. Like yourself, Wayne. Golden 8 balls, going back to Golden Q's, Skull, Castlemaine, whatever you want to call it. It has no label at times. It just changes down the years at those events. But Tommy Donlan's been around for what seems like an eternity.
Breaking news, sorry to interrupt, Reggie, but the 8 Trolls have won a frame. They've just won a frame.
The 8 Trolls have got one on the board. Finally, they've avoided.
I think they have.
Have they?
I think they have, yeah. He's looking the happier out there too, anyway. And the other one's getting a grilling from his teammates, the Undertaker. So I think he's just been buried up by the looks of it by the Frenchman. I mean, it's quite apt, that, isn't it? He's just updating the score
honestly,
now, so I'll soon tell you.
I tell you what, it's
right. The Undertaker.
The Undertaker
has been buried. Oh dear.
But it's 8-1 to the Railway, and it's very much in the driving seat, finishing off this last couple of frames, and this is the start you want in a team event. Get off to a good start Friday morning. It never does you any harm. Trust me on that one.
Sorry, Gerald, I didn't have a camera on the other table. It took me by surprise when they put us on 2. I will have one set up ready. It's only because we did the speed pool. Was it? Well, there you go. That would have been nice to see. For
morning, Andy Rose. Sorry about that. I was just on a private conversation while I've been watching Stephen Dorr. How you doing? But yeah, they've won a frame. The French team, they're on the board.
They are back. The last match in this group session. So those of you that do want to see a little bit more about the French team, the next session is due to start, I think, around about half 10.
They definitely need a bit more of a shout out. Yeah. Allez, allez, allez. They need something to.
I didn't know you could speak French, Reggie.
I can speak some French. I did study it at school all
those
years ago. I wasn't always behind the bike sheds punk enough.
I was. I was. Yeah, so they will be back on a little bit later on this afternoon. I say this afternoon. Probably about 12 o'clock. So I'm not too sure exactly what time the third session is due to start, but they are on the last match in this group stage. So don't forget to come back.
Dear, oh dear. Anyway, just having a moment again. Just turn the mic off for a second. But yeah, it's a great atmosphere already this morning. Brings it all back for me, having been 16, 17 months since I last been here, June 2018, winning Golden 8 Ball. There's nothing quite like it, Wayne. There really isn't, honestly. You know, when you come to these events, you know how it feels.
Yeah, of course.
You've been there, done it. There's nothing quite like it.
Especially if you've been on the beer as well. You know what I mean? You do feel rough all weekend, but it's not the same type of roughness because you've got a buzz about you as well because you're also doing well in the competition as well. Do you know what I mean? So it is a great buzz. Yeah, it's it's a great buzz, you know, for the players.
I tell you what, there's
and the supporters now. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I mean, we've got like Bridget Davis that's tuned in watching us today for the first time.
Yeah, bless her. So I speak, and you know, she's, as I say, she's been to many a pool tournament or snooker back in the day. To be fair.
Yeah.
And
that's what it's all about.
A lot of the ladies, people would be surprised how many ladies have been to these tournaments and have watched snooker and pool.
Well, we've got a team of ladies here this weekend. I think it was on stream in June in the Golden 8 Ball in June, and I'll tell you what, they can sup some beer then.
Language, Wayne, language.
They can sup some beer. There's nothing rude about that, I'll tell you. But
no, the ladies like to enjoy themselves just as much as the guys.
I'd hate to be one of the partners. It must cost them an absolute fortune.
I think so. I think they need a second mortgage by the time they finish.
Tell you what, especially the Manchester girls, B. Porter and Danielle McClellan, them Jaegers. I tell you what, they must. There's a shortage in Blackpool of Jaegermasters in June and November.
Honestly, Blackpool, there's a shop round the back of the Norbreck. He does a roaring trade, you know. I'm not surprised.
What, the off licence?
The off licence over the road. Yeah. Wow.
He must love it when he sees all the cars and the queues turning up.
No, honestly.
Well, it's not that. The thing is, though, it's not that expensive here, Reggie. It's $2.50 a pint. You can't beat that.
At the end of the day, it's like, look, you get to a certain point and people want a late night drink in the rooms, you know, apart, whatever, it happens, and having an off licence right over the road, a local co-op, and then the smaller off licence is ideal for buying some more beers, that type of thing. And
yeah.
People love a great weekend away at Blackpool at the Norbreck.
Of course they do.
Pool, drinking, etc., etc.
Just ignore the names on stream at the moment, please. Because they've gone on to two. Well, they went on to two tables. They're back to one now. I don't know why they was on two. Some brain died here by somebody, but we're miles in front of everybody else now. So what are we on? 10th frame. It is Kevin. Can you read that, Reggie? Is that Gally? Or is it a C? Is it Callahan? Is it Callahan? No, it's not Gally. It's Gally.
Galligan.
Galligan.
Yeah, Galligan, I think.
Something like that. I do ask him to print it out so I can read it, and I think what it is, because some people have learnt how to do the joined up writing, they just can't help it. You know what I mean? And for the French team, again, wait a minute, it's well, it should be the 10th frame. So I don't know, unless this one's behind, it should be. That's the girl. Oh no, that's the girl. So this is.
It would be a reserve player.
Boilo Matteo.
No, it's
go on, Reggie, tell me.
His surname is Mathieu.
Boilio?
You're saying it as it's spelled Boyle. It'd be.
Yeah, it's not going to be that.
It won't be said like that.
No,
I'm not quite sure myself. That's a name I haven't come across. But I'm sure the back end of the name, if you broke it into two syllables, would be Boileur or something. Would you say the back end? It sounds like there's an R in there, but or Boileur, but it's always hard to get it right until you hear them the French person actually say it, because our pronunciation, the way we say it as we read it, or most people do, unless you know better.
Jared Charlie said. It's good spelling anyway, so I don't know what it means by that. I think it means it's good pronunciation. I think we've got it nearly right, Reggie. That'll do for me.
Yeah, Mathieu. I think that's how you say it, Mathieu. But they're not having the best of a run out there in this first game. Gerald, it's not gone. Some of the games they've had chances, and I think they've just failed to capitalise at times on some decent chances. I think, in fairness, the scoreline could easily be 6-3 at this point, possibly even 5-4. They've had chances, but that's what this game's all about: taking those chances as and when they come.
That's a bit of a loose one there from Kevin.
Just want to give a quick shout out to another friend of mine that's new to this sort of thing, Matt Reed from Staffs Burton-on-Trent, Castle Gresley Way. Long time no see, mate, and hope you're enjoying. Well, I know it's not everybody's cup of tea watching pool, and sometimes it's probably, some people would say I'd rather watch paint dry, but for those of us that like pool, it's always nice to have the pictures to watch the games unfold and see obviously the action frame by frame, shot by shot. So I hope you're enjoying it, Matt, if you're still watching.
Those of you that are tuned in after this frame, this is the last frame of this particular match. I will restart. We'll get a fresh link for the next match. So just sit back and relax, and you'll get a notification as long as you've liked and followed the page on YouTube or on Facebook. So just bear with us while we change everything over. I think we might have a few minutes because this is a little bit further in front of the other match now, I think. So I think the Railway team are back on stream, and it's going to be one of the other two teams that's in the group that's on table 16 at the moment. I'm not too sure what score it is. I think last time I looked about 10 minutes ago, I think they played about 5 frames or something, so
It's pretty straightforward stuff here. Just got to plan the path that he's going to use. He's elected obviously there just to try and punch, or should I say draw the white back, screw it back, and with a bit of screw and stun across. Looks to have played it pretty well. Looks pretty straight again, so he just dropped this one in. But ideally, Wayne, he wants to be leaving an angle on this red, the last red, should I say, to be able to drop it in to the left, leave a slight angle, pot it to the left, ghost across, or top spin it through, etc.
He's not in that right.
And again, you see, maybe he wasn't as straight on that red, which I believe he wasn't, and that's why he's had to try and run it through. But he's left that a bit close for
big frame as well, because I mean, if these end up, if 8 Trolls end up beating the team that wins over on the other match, they've still got a chance of going through in the top 2. So. And frame difference could play a big part in it. So he's going to be wanting to take this frame out for pride, if nothing else.
His surname is okay, Gerald. It doesn't. We've got it spelled Boileau.
That's how they spelt it there for me.
Yeah, it's Fifou. His surname is.
All right. No, are we on about which one? Are we on about?
His surname is Fifou. So that must be the guy. I don't know why. This doesn't matter. They've spelt it that way. But
it's Boylan Mathieu.
Mathieu.
That's how they spelt it. Yeah. Don't know.
Amazingly, it hasn't happened there for the French player from 8 Trolls. You know.
There's no Fifous on there, is there? None of them. Might be a ringer. They put a ringer in, Reg.
So it's currently Railway in it on Wii frames and 8 trolls on frames.
Yeah, give over, Reggie. You're getting good at this.
Yeah, that's in French for the French. So it's team obviously not had the best of starts, like I said, but it is a round robin. They'll have another couple of. They'll have 2 more bites to try and win the next 2 games to get through. So
and they're not going home after the group stages.
No.
The top 2 go through to the main event, and the bottom 2 are in the plate. So they'll still be playing to stay in the tournament on Saturday morning. That's when you play the first round to decide whether you continue or you're out. So they've got another 2 days to go yet.
Absolutely.
Great value, Reggie. Great value.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, look, if you back in the day, if you came to Bapto from France or Belgium or wherever,
one match.
If you got bombed out, you got bombed, and that was your
They're
weekend.
gone, yeah.
A lot of money, a lot of
Funny girls, then, isn't it? And something.
Yeah.
That was your weekend in town.
They've changed it all a bit, and it's definitely for the better.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You get to properly soak up the atmosphere. I mean, I do remember the atmosphere down at the Tower Ballroom. It was absolutely awesome, especially if you're watching it from in the gods as well. Every table had a referee.
I'm actually okay with the French teams. I can still count to. I think I can still count to 20 in French.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
there you go. For all of you, I still remember 0 to 20. How you say it in. Obviously, how you pronounce it in French. Oops, that's a foul. His cue's gone, the chicken wing's gone in there big time, and he's caught the black with his cue.
We all do it, Reggie. We all do it.
Trying
to twist the red into the pocket. It doesn't happen, does it?
The lean with the shoulder. Get in there, my son. Go on. He's had a nightmare there, really. To be fair, he's as I say, he'll be very disappointed with that last shot, and he's flirting with danger here.
Wow.
I mean,
tell you what.
For me, that's where sometimes the players are not, that ball, if you can't get the right angle on the yellow, just play, the red, if you like. Just play the red and screw the white back, double the red up the table, as I say, or pot it to the bottom right, come off the top cushion, back out for the yellow. Somewhere close to the pink spot, pot the yellow into the middle, screw back for the black, or etc. But sometimes it's deceptive, the angle on the stream. I felt he could have just dropped it in thinner and used 2 cushions maybe, but ultimately sometimes it pays to use the first shot, Wayne. Use your free table shot just to land where you want to land.
Well, especially on these quick tables as well, Reggie, you've only got to catch that cushion and it could end up anywhere, which is what happened. But he's got a bit of a reprieve here, a bit of a gift. So this should
Christmas
be
come early,
all over now.
And it is. That's 9-1, and that is frame. The
So
final frame.
just bear with us. We'll have another match for you in about 5 or 10 minutes' time, depending on how the other game's going.
I think we need a cup of tea. What do you reckon?
We're going to get a cup of tea. I don't get a chance, me. I've got a setup ready for the next match, Reggie. But we'll sort something out, and you'll get a notification when we go live again in a few minutes' time.
Okay, there you go, ladies and gents. We'll see you shortly. Time to have a quick cup of tea and get ready for the next game. Thanks very much for tuning in, and don't go too far from your seats or from your TVs, your tablets, your phones, whatever it is you're tuning in on, and keep the comments coming. We're here to answer the questions, and for those that feel they need questions answering, or they want to ask questions about the event or about games or even possibly the rules. So speak soon, and thanks for tuning in.
reckon what?
Tea, where'd you get teas from?
I'll show you in a minute. Just give us a second.
Do we get our teas or do we pay for them?
No, we get them.
Oh, that's all right.
I'll show you. They look after us here, Reggie.
They look after us here.
This is where all the funds go. This is where all the funds are.
That's on the end of beer, Kevin. You look scared of beer and come nowhere.
Oh, that'll be them buying more juice.
There's nothing sounds. It's only 1, 3 and 4 down. John Joe Sharkey and his brother came to my room. Ended up pouring them Jaeger, vodka and Red Bull. I must have had a double myself, and after about 1 double, I'd had so many beers. I said, guys, I'm going to bed. So they ended up just leaving.
Raised to 6.
I love that caption you made when you said it's ready to.
Once we start doing interviews.
That's class, I know. I'm just saying it's class.
I said to Rob, we won't start doing it until tomorrow. Until teams are in
No,
or out.
of course
No
not, yeah.
point.
But it's class the way it looks up. I know. It says it's ready to see me.
Number 1.
Number 1. Class. I was at work when you sent me that. I was in the canteen there and I went, stop there.